mga kakorapa, mga kakapit vlog dyan. Lagi nyong kapitan ang aking channel para mayroon kayong mga ideas at kalaman kung ano na ang nangyayari sa ating bansa. So pakinggan nga natin ulit itong oral arguments number 2, the 90 bilyong pondo, no? Pakinggan natin. Pasensya kasi naglalakad ako. Habang ako'y naglalakad, so makinig lang kayo dyan. Pakinggan natin ito para may malaman po tayo kung ano na ba ang nangyayari sa pondo ng PhilHealth. Ang tagal na kaya nito. Buti na open ito ngayon. Buti nga, zero subsidy nila eh. At least ngayon, di ba? Na ano na?
For a long time. A long time.
Dinero nila. Kaya ngayon, ayan, lumabas tuloy. Yan, tumatakbo ako. Pasensya na. Okay. Natin itong oral argument na ito na may 90 bilyong halaga na pondo. Yan. Lagi niyo pong abangan yung aking vlog kasi kahit busy ako, nagpa-vlog ako. And then, please don't forget to subscribe, okay? Medyo ito. Okay lang yan. Dali. Nag-music pa lang, Duterte pa rin. Ay, nako. Duterte pa rin.
To simplify the discussion, I have prepared a PowerPoint presentation. First, let's try to understand the meaning of accumulated revenues. Last week, Commissioner Douglas Malilim espoused the view that accumulated revenues refers to like these premium contributions and government subsidies less normal operating and administrative expenditures and claims benefits. Do you agree with that definition?
Your Honor, I believe that is essentially correct, but if I may add, to include also income from investments.
Income from
Investments. Yes, Your Honor.
Let's be basic. If you consult the Black's Law Dictionary, this is what it says. It refers to total income that has been collected over a certain period. That is how Black's Law Dictionary defines accumulated revenues, given that Republic Act 11223 does not define the term. Neither can you find a definition in Section 4 of the implementing rules and regulations of Act 11223. So, with that revised definition, you agree with that definition. Now, having clarified the meaning of accumulated revenues, by the way, those who are listening as law students, revenue is to the government, income is to the taxpayer. That's a basic distinction of corporation. Revenue, for the benefit of those who are taking out taxation, may include Black's Law, not only taxes, but other sources of governmental income that may include fines, the enforcement of laws, fines, penalties, that may be one of revenues. Now, having clarified the meaning of accumulated revenues, let's now examine what the law says. Not needed to meet the cost of current year's expenditures. So, from this provision, we really have to deduct that cost of current year's expenditures. My question is this cost of current year's expenditures in light of no clear definition of the term in Republic Act 12223, the same as that cost of normal and administrative expenditures in the previous slide?
Your Honor, my understanding about current expenditures are the current, present, this year's operating expenditures of PhilHealth. So that includes not only the
Ay, nawala. Sorry, nawala.
administrative cost of running PhilHealth, but also, and more importantly, the claims that it has to pay, the benefit packages that it has to promote. That is my understanding, Your Honor, of current or present expenditures. And if I may add, while we talk about current expenditures, we should also take note that currently there will also be income flowing in at the same time that current expenditures are being made.
Is it accurate to say that the difference of accumulated revenues and the cost of current year's expenditures is the reserve fund? Is that an accurate statement?
Well, let's say for this year, Your Honor,
No, just answer that. Yes or no?
the reserve fund is taken from the accumulated revenues.
Just answer say
So,
yes.
the
Just
past
answer yes or no.
It's not accurate because, as the law says, portion.
Yes,
So that reserve fund is just a portion of the difference between accumulated revenues and cost of current year's expenditures. Now, since the reserve funds is just a portion, let's level that as X.
數學我同佢唔係好熟，一直以嚟好彩咪合格咯，但係通常都係肥佬嘅。
So how do you now term that X? Can you think of a term that will describe the difference between accumulated revenues and cost of current year's expenditures,
Pinapaliwanag ko.
given that reserve funds is just a portion of that? Can you think of a term, in as much as the law does not mention in it the term about such difference? Can you think of a technical term that will represent the difference between accumulated revenues and cost of current year's expenditures?
No, actually, the current year's expenditures are matched against the current year's. Your Honor.
Can we use this word excess? Excess. In the absence of a clear-cut term, excess of accumulated revenues and cost of current year's expenditures, from that excess, a portion forms part of the reserve fund.
nawawala.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Actually, the COA also uses the term surplus, Your Honor.
Okay. Last week, I heard the word a gap. There is a gap. Now you are espousing a theory that should be termed as surplus. The literal term is excess. Is the word surplus appropriate to describe such excess? What do you mean by surplus?
Well, I think maybe excess is not being used because when you say excess, it's like you have money that you should have that you don't need. But this is money that is actually
Okay.
also put into use, Your Honor.
Let's consult Black's Law Dictionary and tell us if the definition fits your theory. The Black's Law Dictionary says surplus is the remainder of a fund or a thing that has been set aside for a specific purpose. Do you think that will fit
Is
that
I
appropriate term?
I am looking at actually at Office Order number 0145 series of 2012 of the PhilHealth, Your Honor, and actually it defines surplus as a situation.
Okay guys, balikan natin yan mamaya-maya. Wala na talaga sila ditong magagawa. Kasi booking na talaga sila dito. Ang laki kasi ng kinuha nila eh. Tapos dinero pa nila ang subsidy ng PhilHealth. So, wala na talagang wala na yung pera na binabayad ng mga taong bayan ng mga contributors. Wala na sa PhilHealth. Nasa bulsa ng mga magnanakaw. So, babalik ako ha. Mawawala ang signal kasi nasa elevator ako. So, balik tayo mamaya-maya. So, balik po tayo dito.
When the current year revenue exceeds the current year expenditures.
Okay, in any case, since the law provides no clear term that will describe that excess or surplus, as the case may be, so when it says portion, so there is that other portion. Do you agree?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we can label that as Y. Now, can you think of a technical term that will describe that other portion?
選擇相信係一生
Hindi,
嘅
ano
事。
kasi sa dito, pinapa-explain yung mga words nila na ginamit. So,
Literally, it's other portion because the portion reserve fund is another one. So let's label it as Y. We term it as other portion.
Actually, we can replace that diagram with, like I say, Your Honors.
hindi niya masagot yung word na pinapa-explain ng judge, ng ano sa kanya, ng magistrado. No? Accumulation na word. Kasi nga, ewan ko, hindi ko talaga nakakaano talaga. Tingnan nga natin kung anong ibig sabihin ng accumulation ha. Kasi ako hindi ko rin alam yan eh. Pero, there is something in my mind that accumulation, the acquisition or gradual gathering of something. Ayan. They gathered. It is the acquisition or gradual gathering of something. So, hindi ko lang magets kung ano ba ito, accumulation, distribution, indicator, gathered. So, ibig sabihin ng gathered, inipon o nag-ipon sila ng siguro hindi ko magets kung anong ibig sabihin nila doon sa Congress or sa administration nito that they accumulate all the money of the PhilHealth from the PhilHealth, no? Na Kaya hindi na magamit ngayon kasi nga sa dami pa ng utang ng PhilHealth, no? Dahil ginather na nila lahat ng pera, kinuha na nila from PhilHealth. So it means ang PhilHealth hindi na makakagalaw. Kasi pati yung reserve na yun na pera, kinuha rin nila para ilipat doon sa National Treasury. At yan ngayon ang nirereklamo ng mga nasa itaas na contributors kasi para may plano din ang presidente o ang administration nito na ang PhilHealth ay gawin nilang private. So talagang kawawa tayong mga Pilipino kung ganun. So, mamayang gabi, mga 9 o'clock siguro, magbablog ako ulit tungkol dito. Stay with me and just don't forget to subscribe and click my notification bell. Pasensya na po kayo kasi nagtatrabaho po ako, pero habang ako ay nagtatrabaho, gumagawa ako ng paraan para relay po ako ng news sa inyo. Kasi alam ko naman hindi lahat nakakapanood sa YouTube. So, thank you so much and God bless. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.